All right, hello, this is Lamont again from the communications department. No, not in front of the camera, that's not Lamont. That is our dispatcher, David Stiff. But we're in the emergency dispatch area, which is manned 24/7. This area takes information and they dispatch it out to our electric and water construction so they can, solve the problem. But it's a lot more to it than just that, which is why David is here to tell us more. So David, if you would, start us off by just introducing yourself. Give us your official title. Tell us how long you've been here, and I will stay out of the way.
All right, Lamont, thank you very much. Again, everybody, welcome to PWC. This is the Emergency Dispatch Department. My name is David Stiff again, and this is the Dispatch Emergency Center for PWC. I have been today, actually, as of today, marks my 24th year being here at PWC.
So you know what you're doing?
Yeah, kind of, sort of. At least I hope so. I've been here 24 years, so I've learned a little. Maybe a lot. Who knows? But anyway, the dispatch department, like Lamont said, it's manned 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, weekends and holidays, 24 hours a day. We are a major communication hub, if you will, for PWC. We get communication in and we get communication out as needed. We handle all emergencies, water, sewer, and electric. Primarily during the day, this department handles electric emergencies only. During the work days, Monday through Friday. After hours, weekends, and holidays, PWC team members here at the emergency dispatch, they maintain and handle everything. That includes water, sewer, electric, and also any customer service issues that may come through, and anything else that might be PWC related. They handle that after hours, weekends, and holidays. And again, during the day, Monday through Friday, it's just electric only.
How would typically staff?
The dispatch team basically works 12-hour rotating shifts. We have a team of 5. It's basically 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And it's kind of a rotating shift, if you will. And it's one dispatcher per shift. I know you might see 2 behind me. It's a little unorthodox today, but normally we're just staffed with one dispatcher right here. And they handle everything. Like I said, this one team member handles everything. After hours, weekends, and holidays. One. And it might take a little while for you to get through or for them to respond to your request. So just give us a little time and be patient. The team also handles and monitors what we call our SCADA system. SCADA. SCADA stands for Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition. Basically, in a nutshell, it's a system, a computerized system where it allows us to monitor all of our devices that are in the field, primarily within the substations that you see around the greater Fayetteville area or inside of Fayetteville. The SCADA system, with the SCADA system, we can monitor alarms, we can control devices, open and close any device that's in the field. We can close them remotely from right here, from this area. Our electrical grid, if you will, is basically redundant. That meaning most of the time we can restore power, we can switch devices around, equipment around in the field to restore power a little quicker than normal. And we can isolate the problem area and restore power to most of the customers while the crews are actually working on the damaged equipment.
What's the typical normal? Or is there such a thing? You find out you got an outage in the area,
Yeah.
then what?
Once we get the call, once we get a notification, forgive me just a second, we've got a radio communication, so just pardon me.
It's an emergency.
Yeah, an emergency.
Dispatch is definitely at that transformer. We had offline feed the street lights back on this side.
Sorry for that, this is live, so I've got to,
Me and Tool down and clear, like, release my hotline tag off to 769, of Ireland Drive.
Understanding Manitoula down and cleared to release 769 out of Ireland Drive.
10-4, that's correct.
about 2 more seconds.
All right, this time breaker 769 out of Ireland Drive is back in automatic position.
I didn't understand this time, breaker 769 out of Ireland Drive, back in automatic position.
10-4, that is correct.
Sorry about that, everybody.
Now, before you pick it back up, can you share with us what just kind of transpired?
Basically, the radio communication that we monitor up here also in dispatch, this was a communication between a lineman in the field that was doing some work. Earlier this morning, he called in over the radio requesting what we call a hotline tag or a single trip. That basically means we set a device remotely through our SCADA system, like I had described before. Remotely, we can put a device on single trip, one shot, or hotline tag. There's different terminologies for this action, but basically what it does is it sets that breaker to open one time if something gets on the line. That's for the lineman's protection. If something, equipment gets away from them, the wire gets away from them and hits or shorts out or grounds out, or God forbid somebody actually makes contact with the wire, the overhead line, that breaker just opens up in the milliseconds. So if a lineman did get on the line, it's going to injure him, but it probably would not be life-threatening per se. Most likely it would save his life, his or her life.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I'm going to talk a little lower. Basically, what were we talking about before? You had asked me a question.
I got about how everything can be controlled from right here.
Oh yeah, yeah, and I explained the redundancy, how we can isolate, and pardon me for that. I was just interrupted by the communication, and I lost my train of thought.
Tell us about this cool video wall that's behind you. I mean, I want to play video games on it, but I'm sure you got much more important things to do.
Yeah, a lot of things has been said about what they would like to do with this video wall, but the video wall is a very good addition to our updated dispatch area department. We can monitor, we can basically break this wall up into 8 different sections, or even maybe 16 different sections. It all depends on what we want to see. But we could see 8 to 16 things at one time and monitor them at one time. On my right, your left, this is our, we keep track of the linemen and their trucks, where they are, and that helps us to dispatch or communicate out to the trucks that are closest to the actual problem or issue a customer might have for a quicker response. So that's what that map is for on my right. And obviously on the left is just where we can pull up anything and display anything on the wall that we would like to view. Currently we're looking at the trucks on the map and the weather. And basically, weather is a big thing for our department to pay attention to.
Let's go there. So, with the weather,
yeah.
If it's a hurricane or some type of severe storm, how do things differ for dispatch?
Well, dispatch department doesn't change a lot, but if we go into what we normally call storm mode, this area will be manned by 2 dispatchers, along with myself and my boss. Basically, the 2 dispatch team members that are on duty would handle any life-threatening issues that may arise during the storm, and they collect information on down power lines, broke poles, trees on the lines, what have you. They collect that information while we're in storm mode during the storm. After the storm has subsided, and I think it's 30, when the sustained winds are 35 miles per hour or less, that's when the crews can go out and start making repairs to our system. 35 miles an hour or higher sustained winds, we cannot put a bucket in the air. We can go out, boots on the ground, and secure, live wires or de-energize the live wire, as long as the boots are on the ground and nobody can be up in the air. A lineman cannot be up in the air. But dispatch doesn't change a lot. It's just a little bit of processes that we might alter, and it's a little bit more intense as far as what comes in, all the information that's coming in, the trouble, the emergencies and so forth. A lot more information gathering, if you will, prior to actually getting the lineman to go out and complete the work. But that's about it. We do, I'm trying to think, the dispatch team members that are here, that work here in this department, the 5 team members, they're very calm, relaxed. I like them to be that way because that helps them help you. The more relaxed and the more calm they are, they can respond to maybe a life-threatening emergency on our system a lot quicker and handle it with a little bit more expertise. They can think a little better if they're relaxed. But the 5 team members here, I really do appreciate their work.
Thank you, David. We appreciate you.
Hey, no problem.
Congratulations on making 24 years.
Hey, thank you.
PWC, one
Thank
of
you.
the North Carolina best employers for 2020. Let me throw that little plug in.
Very, very proud to be working here.
Appreciate your time. Thanks for kind of breaking down dispatch. For those taking the time to check out our virtual PWC day, log back on at 4 o'clock when we go live in our customer service center.
You don't want to miss that.
David Stiff, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.